guys, it's Allie here, and I'm super glad that you're watching this video. And I just wanted to say that identity in Christ is still our theme for the summer, and that we thought it'd be a really good idea to talk about more of Christ's identity himself before we continue on with the rest of our lessons. Because throughout the Bible, Christ is an example of who we are and who we should be, and tells us what he has done for us, but that's not all. Christ also reveals who he is and not just what he can do. And there are 7 I am statements found in the book of John that reveal who Jesus is to us, which is, to me, I found the greatest was that he uses them as I am statements like God did in Exodus, which was God's way of revealing his divinity and his eternalness to his people. And Jesus uses these same I am statements to define that he is God as well, where he is more than just a man or a helper of God. And he says, I am the bread, I am the light of the world, the door, the good shepherd, the resurrection and the life, the way and the vine. And the first of these in John is the I am the bread of life. So in John 6:36, if you want to read along, says, And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. Here Jesus says he is heavenly bread that comes from God, which is only given to us by his grace and goodness. And the imagery here shows that brain is a necessity for life. It is what sustains us physically, but comparing Christ to bread shows that he also sustains us in a spiritual way, and that Christ is to be eaten, he is to be fully consumed, fully devoured, and digested in order to give this life. And you can't just nibble on the edges and expect to be full, but you have to consume the entire thing to be full. And because we are given this life through this bread, the spiritual bread, we should raise our eyes in faith to the one who gives it to us. So ultimately, bread, the spiritual bread, comes from God through Jesus, which gives us life. The next I am statement is the I am the light of the world, which is in John 8:12, which says, when Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in the darkness, but will have the light of life. So during this time when John was written, it was kind of dark, and people were lost spiritually. But if you think about it, darkness, physically, you can't see, you're lost, you can't find your way. And Jesus connects this idea of being a light in the darkness to him being a guide for his people. So as the light, Jesus enables his people to see and follow him through this dark time. And the next one is in John 10:9 through 14, which kind of has 2 I am statements in it. John 10:9 says, I am the gate, whoever enters me who will be saved. They will come and go and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. So verse 9 shows that he is the gate, or door per se, while verses 11 and 14 say that he's the good shepherd. So this imagery shows that being in the fold of God, you're part of God's people, and there's this idea in the sense that Jesus as the gate helps people come in, and you enter into the fold with God, and the only way you can do that is if you enter through the gate or the door to the fold of God. And not only that, but like the door kind of keeps as a safety measure. You close it, it keeps you in the pen, the sheep in the pen, it keeps them from running away, it keeps them protected. And another area of this is that as the good shepherd, Jesus is also protects the flock from predators, and cares for the sheep. And unlike the hired hand who just runs away, Christ is there to protect the flock, the sheep, from the predators, so wolves or sins and temptations, from if you're talking about the actual people of God, And so this kind of helps paint this imagery of that God, or Christ, not God, enables us to enter into a relationship with God, and be in this community of people who are like-minded and protected and cared for in such an intimate way that other people who are just around will not do the same amount of work and effort to keep us safe. So in John 11:25, it says that Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die. And this is kind of said where Jesus is the resurrection and the life. And he points out that he is coming after the sins in the Garden of Eden and the curse that had been set up and placed there. He comes after that, and he's here to undo it. He's the resurrection and the life. He undoes what has been done. He takes our sins and makes it them not necessarily non-existent, but he clears the way for us to become new and live a blameless life in God. He restores us to be able to live a blameless life. He takes away those sins that we have created for ourselves, and takes them away because that is who he is. So the sixth I am statement is John 14:6, where Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And this shows that Jesus is the source of all truth and knowledge about God, and is the only one who provides the way to the Father. Jesus knows this, and he wants us to realize it as well, and that we can't make it on our own. There are no backward roads. There's no hidden passages that we can sneak through and make it to God on our own. It is only through Jesus, who is the way and the truth and the life, that we can make it to the Father. And he wants us to stop looking in these other areas that are fruitless and they don't make any sense for us to go looking there, because we can only find one way, one true path to Christ, which is to God through Christ. And so the last I am statement, we kind of talked about this last Wednesday, which is the I am the vine, which is John 15:1-5. I'm just going to read verse 1. I'm the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. So you can see, and hopefully you remember from last week's Devo, is that as Christians we are fruitful by resting in Christ, and he is what connects us to God, and gives us life and the ability to produce any fruit of any kind. And being connected to this vine allows his life to flow through us, and as a result, we automatically bear good fruit if we're connected to the true vine, which will honor the Father. So you can see the many different ways that Christ reveals who he is to us, and thinking about this complex being and what he tries to convey, who he is to us, it's important to try and understand. He gives us imagery and examples that we can try to comprehend to bring us closer to him, which helps us on our own journey to seek identities in Christ as well. So some final thinking points to consider this week are: how have you seen each one of these 7 I am statements played out in different ways in your personal life, in the life of a friend, stranger, family member, or how maybe one of these 7 I am statements showed up in the Bible, not from John specifically, but somewhere else maybe. And I think some of these will be a lot easier to find or understand and connect to different passages in the Bible, or in your own life. But I do think it's really good to try and apply what we learn by reading to construct this clearer image of Christ. And that's all I have for you, and I hope you take the time to consider these things, and we'll see your faces on Wednesday night. So yeah, happy Sunday, guys.